All day you were exhausted. You yawned through meetings. You could barely keep your eyes open on the way home. You've been waiting for bed since 3 p.m. And then you finally lie down and your brain goes, "Okay, great timing. Let's review everything." That awkward thing you said, tomorrow's deadline, a conversation from 2019, whether you replied to that email or not. Suddenly, you're the most awake you've been all day, at the exact moment you're supposed to be asleep. Why does your mind wait for bedtime to do this? It turns out there's a real reason, and once you see it, you can actually fix it. First, notice something strange about the timing. Your mind doesn't race like this at lunch. It doesn't flood you in the middle of a conversation or while you're driving or during a movie. It waits. It waits for the one moment when there's nothing else happening. That's not a coincidence. That's the clue. Because the racing was never actually off during the day. Those thoughts, the worries, the unfinished tasks, and the replayed conversations, they were there the whole time. You just couldn't hear them. Something was drowning them out, and at bedtime, that something finally goes quiet. Here's what was drowning them out. Everything. From the moment you woke up, your attention has been claimed. Notifications, meetings, conversations, music in your ears on the commute, a screen in your hand in every idle moment. Modern life means your mind almost never has silence. And we've built it that way half on purpose, because all that input works like a dam. Every task, every scroll, every podcast, it holds your thoughts back, not processed, not resolved, just held, postponed. Feel a worry rising at 11 a.m. A notification pulls you away. A hard feeling at 4 p.m. You open an app. Each time, the thought doesn't die. It just gets pushed under, added to a quiet pile behind the dam. And here's the part nobody sees. Distraction is doing a job. All day, it's holding back the weight of everything you didn't have time to feel. Then you lie down, the phone goes on the nightstand, the lights go off, the noise stops, and for the first time in 16 hours, the dam has nothing holding it up. So everything comes up at once, every postponed worry, every unfinished task, every feeling you didn't have room for. 16 hours of backlog are arriving in the first 10 minutes of quiet. That's the racing. It feels like your mind is malfunctioning. It's actually doing something almost responsible. It's catching up. Your brain has a rule. Unfinished business doesn't get deleted, it gets queued. Anything unresolved stays open, waiting for the next quiet moment to be processed. The problem is, you only gave it one quiet moment all day. Bedtime. So bedtime becomes the meeting your brain schedules for everything. And notice what kind of thoughts show up. Not calm ones. The charged ones are worries, embarrassments, and decisions. Because emotionally charged thoughts are stored loudest, they're first out of the gate when the noise stops. Your mind isn't broken, it's just been given no other time to think. The racing isn't the problem. The racing is the backlog. At this point, you might think, well, fine, but why can't my brain just let go? Well, I'm tired. It knows I'm tired. Because of why it's holding on, your brain treats every unfinished thought like an open loop, a task it's responsible for. And it has a deep fear about open loops, and if I stop repeating this, it will be forgotten. So it does the only thing it can do with no pen and no paper. Here's the system. 10 minutes before bed, 3 steps. Step 1, the brain dump. Sit down with paper and write every thought in your head. Worries, tasks, random fragments, all of it. No order, no neatness. You're not journaling. You're draining. Why it works. The moment a thought is on paper, your brain gets proof it won't be forgotten. The guard can stand down. An open loop in your head circles all night. An open loop on paper just sits there, held. Step 2, the tomorrow note. For anything unresolved, write one next step. Not the solution, just the next move. Email Sam. Check the budget. Why it works. Your brain doesn't need the problem solved tonight. It needs to know there's a plan. A plan closes the loop enough to release it. Step 3, the worry appointment. For the big, loopy worries, write them down and literally schedule them. Tomorrow, 5 p.m., think about this. It sounds ridiculous. It works. Your brain doesn't actually need to worry now. It needs to know worrying is scheduled. You're not cancelling the meeting. You're moving it. 10 minutes. Paper holds the backlog overnight, so your head doesn't have to. But what about when you're already in bed and it starts anyway? Don't reach for the phone. That's just rebuilding the dam, and the backlog will be waiting behind it. Instead, Keep paper by the bed. A thought that won't stop looping? Write it in the dark. Badly. Loop closed. 2. Give your mind a boring anchor. Slow breathing. The weight of the blanket. Something real. Dull. And now. The mind can't race and rest on something boring at the same time. 3. If you're wide awake and frustrated, get up. Sit somewhere dim. Do the brain dump you skipped and come back when you're sleepy. You're not trying to silence your mind. You're giving the backlog somewhere to go that isn't 2 a.m., so here's the whole picture. Your mind races at night because distractions held a dam up all day, and bedtime is the first moment the dam comes down. The racing is a backlog, not a malfunction. Your brain rehearses what it's afraid to forget, because you never gave it anywhere to put things down, so give it one. 10 minutes of paper before bed, dump it, plan it, schedule it, and your brain, finally convinced that nothing will be lost, will do the thing it's been trying to do since 3 p.m. sleep. Save this for tonight. And tell me, what does your brain bring up the second your head hits the pillow?